This year marked 60 years since desegregation changed the history of the University of Georgia. Yet, the black student population has not hit double digits. Georgia Daze, a black student-led organization, has been working alongside the Office of Institutional Diversity and Admissions on tactics to increase black student applicants for the past 17 years. Their approach to reaching out? Phone calls, writing postcards, and recruitment weekends that bring students onto campus. From there, current Georgia Daze president Camille Jones says word of mouth holds weight.
Truly, our program is built off relationships. People who tell people who tell people, oh, I went to Georgia Days, you should really check it out.
Kelly Cruz, a sophomore political science and communications major, applied to 2 HBCUs in addition to UGA, but said that attending a Georgia Daze weekend in 2019 and seeing black culture represented made her feel secure in her choice to choose UGA over an HBCU.
It was important because I saw like black culture at UGA and what it was like.
Their support from faculty has been key to their development as well.
I know in our founding or our starting years, we had a lot of support from faculty who wanted to see this program kind of come to life. And so they were able to assist, and we get resources from the Office of Institutional Diversity. And that has allowed us to work with admissions who can help us literally reach out to students rather than us just putting something out and expecting people.
When the program is in person, Jones says they usually have between 40 and 60 students to register. In April 2020, 129 students joined them for their virtual Georgia Daze weekend. Jones says she has looked but hasn't found anything similar to Georgia Daze at other SEC schools. But the key to developing programs like this is patience.
If you're wanting to host this program and you invite all these students, but let's say 5 sign up this weekend and 5 sign up that weekend, or maybe you just do one weekend to start it off and 5 sign up in general.
The challenge now is getting more black students to apply to UGA and know that it's an option. Jones says this starts with more outreach to high school students earlier than their senior year.
I feel like if we can start there, if we start planting that seed then, more of them will start thinking about UGA as they go through the school, why it's a good option, the program it has, the programs that it has for them. I think that will boost the number of applications that we see in the future for African American students.
A large majority of their black student outreach targets Metro Atlanta and schools like Southwest DeKalb, Stevenson, and Westlake that have a high percentage of black students.
I think there is a lot of like systemic barriers that kind of like prevent students from those schools like from coming to UGA. There's stuff about like prep test scores that may not allow them to get the highest SAT, ACT scores. They may not be able to take as many AP classes as other high schoolers elsewhere.
But more outreach can be done in areas such as South Georgia and outside Metro Atlanta, where there is not a large black population. Misrepresentation is another limitation that Patton identified concerning Georgia Daze's model.
In Georgia Daze, you get a lot of the black community in one space. So it may seem like there's a lot of black people around you, but once you start to navigate the university a lot more, that's not very true.
Although the black community is small in percentage, Jones says Georgia Daze still gives black students at UGA a sense of community that causes them to commit to the University of Georgia.
It's effective. Like Georgia Daze, the people we bring to the weekend commit to the University of Georgia.
Tylar Norman, Grady Newsource.